Hello everyone. So in this video, let's understand how a while loop works in Python. In the previous video, I showed how to use a for loop in order to create a list of numbers that are divisible by 5 between 0 and 100. So in this video, let's look at how we can achieve the same goal by using a while loop. And for the case of while loop, we need a new variable called number, and it has to be assigned to 0 in this case. And this variable is actually going to essentially play the same role as the variable number that we use in the for loop. Now let's create the while loop. This can be done by using the while keyword, and then the condition that we're going to check is uh, see if the number is less than or equal to 100. This means we are essentially going to repeat the while loop until the number is less than or equal to 100. Now, in order to add the element into the list, I can use the same conditions using the if statement that I used before, and this in principle should append the number into list2 if it is divisible by 5. Now, one major difference between for loop and while loop: in the case of for loop, we didn't have to increment this number, but in the case of while loop, we have to increment the number so that the while loop can keep going until this condition is met. This can be simply done by reassigning and incrementing the variable number by 1 using the assignment operator. Now this line of codes should in principle give us the same output that we got from the for loop. So I'm just going to copy the print statement here to be efficient. So there you go. Now you can see that by using both while loop and for loop, we can achieve the same thing. Now in certain cases, for loop might have some advantages. For example, you can already see that with the for loop we have to write less number of lines of code, but in certain other cases it might be of advantage to write a while loop. So depending on the situation, you can evaluate and choose whether you want to use a for loop or a while loop.